Whoa, what is going on, guys? Someone Multimedia here, back with another nostalgia road trip for y'all today. And yeah, we're here talking about more Ratchet Clank, because I cannot stop talking about Ratchet Clank. It is my favorite game franchise for a goddamn reason. And unfortunately, we're talking about more of the weak entries in the franchise. These are two games that I had to play constantly when they came out. At least one more than the other, but this is one of those cases where I'm talking about both these games in videos, and they both deserve to talk about in this one video. So, yeah. For this nostalgia video, I'm going to talk about both Ratchet Clank Size Matters and Secret Agent Clank. Also, having replayed this game both very recently, yeah, I have my thoughts on them. Now, I actually will say, I don't actually hate this game, actually. Despite how it just sounded, honestly. I actually don't hate Size Matters, I don't hate Secret Clank, but I will acknowledge that they are some of the weakest games in the franchise. They're probably like in the bottom like 3 or 4 in the franchise, honestly. Something at least like a few games in the franchise I actually don't really enjoy, along with All for One, Full Throttle Assault. No, they're probably like the bottom 4, honestly, and I'd say probably bottom 2, honestly. And again, they're games I don't particularly enjoy. Like, they have some fun aspects, they have some fun gameplay aspects, I can at least see what they were trying to go for here. But yeah, I think the fact that they were made by high impact games is definitely just, yeah. Both actually released on the PSP, actually, I think around 2007, if I remember correctly. But then got like a PS2 point 2008, and obviously Size Matters, like, of all the Ratchet Clank games you put Size Matters in Secret Clank? Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about both these games, how my thoughts on them now, honestly, and what I felt playing them growing up. Again, I think I played Size Matters when I was on the PS2, when it was on PS2 actually, because I don't think I owned a PSP at the time. But yeah, I think I did, because I must play Final Tactics, but that's a video for another day. But yeah, I did eventually play both versions, honestly, so yeah, but yeah, Size Matters, again, not a bad game, but it's not a good one either. It's easy by a landslide, the weakest of the franchise. That's why I will say the other game probably has below lows. This game definitely has not as many highs. Basically, the story of this game is basically Ratchet Clank on vacation for Gataru. They meet this girl named Luna. She ends up getting captured. We get this thing called Technomites. Where Ratchet says that there are no Technomites, apparently. They rescue her, they get captured, then they make Ratchet clones. There's random gun arm comes out of nowhere. And Quark's searching for his parents. Just so he can have something to do in the actual he can actually have something to do in the actual story. And the villain. Yeah, the story here sucks. It sucks. Again, Ratchet Clank's never have like the best stories, but they always have great charm to them, and the characters and a lot of aspects always make them so memorable. But yeah, the story here freaking sucks. You know, the most diehard fan can admit that. The story is not good at all. Doesn't really take you very interesting, and yeah. And the gameplay does not be there. Like, one is that I mentioned, I don't think I mentioned, but one is I always appreciate about Ratchet Clank is always the variety and stuff you can do, honestly. Well, maybe some of them not be as interesting, like with the vehicle sections and all stuff. I always want to always have like little breaks in the gameplay, so it won't feel very repetitive. This game has so much of that, along with the Secret Clank, it feels monotonous. Also, I mentioned that Size Matters, easy by a landslide, has the worst weapon lineup in the entire franchise. I mean, there are some ones like the Lancelot is okay, the Shock Rocket, and even the Rhino, because that's just the Rhino. No, Laser Tracer's pretty decent, but some don't end up doing much, like the Cushion Gun. Probably the worst shotgun in the entire franchise. Like, it barely does anything. Like, it barely does anything. And the planets are not really that much interesting to explore. I mean, there are definitely some fun portions, like this is like Dream section. There's like Dream World section you know, going into, that's actually pretty fun. And then you go inside Clank for a brief period, that was actually pretty interesting. But other than that, I don't think it's pretty memorable. The gadgets I don't think the gadgets have are pretty memorable. There's not much to explore. You get usual tight tables also, and that you also notice is that when it started to have where they get to stay both they basically just use it for skins. That's what I've done in most of the games franchise, but that's a story for another day. And the music's still okay, honestly. I don't think they really missed the music, but it's definitely the weakest of the franchise by a landslide. And the bosses. Oh my god, the bosses. I think most of the endgame bosses, or at least the ones in the last complaints. Oh my god. Easy by a landslide, the worst bosses in the entire franchise. There's this dropship one that's not fun. There's one with Luna that's just so tedious it takes forever to do. I mean, it's one boss that takes a while for you to actually get the actual boss, and when you do, you have to start all over. Like, yeah. And the final boss is Silver Auto. I don't think I had a final boss maybe Rage Quit as much as this growing up. Even the PS2, even the PSP version, I don't think a boss maybe Rage Quit as much as this boss. Not mention Otto himself is probably the weakest villain in the entire franchise by a landslide. Oh my god, he is so boring and so uninteresting and doesn't even appear till like the near end of the game. Like, really? The villains usually always have some like interesting aspect to them, but he's just a bland nothing villain. Oh, and there are also these Clank Arena sections that appear in the game. Oh my god, some of the most tedious and most mind-numbing sections in the entire franchise. In Clank Arena section, I mean, the guys about puzzles are fine, but the actual arena fights, we actually, fight a lot of these guys and how long it actually takes to beat them, and these ones we basically catch about and put them into a scoring thing. Like, what were they thinking? And you get these like Shine Clank sections as well that take forever to finish. Also, thank God that this Ratchet Clank has it. Thank God this game and Ratchet Clank has the rewind button. It's kind of sorry. Thank God these games have the rewind feature that I'm now starting to do a lot of these like classic games. But Size Matters is my main opinion the worst game in the franchise by a landslide. Not a terrible game, but yeah, it's definitely easily the worst in the franchise. And Ratchet Clank, I didn't play this recently, and I didn't play this game as much as the first one, honestly. I actually more played it on the PSP, actually. Being when I played this game, honestly, back then, there wasn't much that, even some sections, I was like, because you remember mention about the variety stuff I mentioned, honestly, where I felt like it had some sections that trying to balance out the gunplay and all that stuff. This game is full of that stuff. And some of that stuff just takes forever. Like, Ratchet Clank basically you opt to play as Ratchet Clank, where basically you play as the Asian aspect of Ratchet Clank, which was kind of a thing that, which you guys don't know that basically was a TV show that Clank made, and that was a big part of the arsenal. Because Dustin Ferris actually thought he was actually a secret agent. And honestly, them making Ratchet Clank game definitely wasn't. I actually didn't like the idea, actually. Like, I thought it actually make a lot of sense to actually make kind of a spin-off game on that. And to make Clank actually more the main protagonist and the main playable character, which I don't mind, honestly. Based on story short, Ratchet game framed for a crime he did not commit. Clank tries to prove his innocence, and the story just goes through weird directions, and you end up playing Ratchet's stuck in prison, there's rank battles, you can play as Quark for a few sections, which we'll get into. And the villain ends up being someone from a previous game that you didn't expect, but not in a good way. That's all I'm gonna say. But again, Size Matters, the story sucks. Now, I'll probably rather play this. I will probably rather play this game than Size Matters, honestly. Even though I think it has some of the lowest lows of the entire franchise. Most notably, those goddamn random sections. They were the bane of my existence when I first played them. Oh my god, these random sections were awful. Like, I'm not sugar. Those sections were terrible. They were not fun, uninteresting, and just so frustrating when you're missing, and it's not even your fault. Again, thank God for the rewind feature, honestly. If you decided to go for that skill point, where basically you have to get a perfect rhythm, not miss one, because thank God for that. You also have these like vehicle sections that take forever to do. I mean, you also get these sections where you actually play as gadget bots, which actually are pretty good, honestly. No, I think the later ones can get pretty tedious, most because you're forced to do them, but sometimes I don't actually mind them, honestly. Now, I don't mind the Ratchet Arena sections where you play as Ratchet, obviously. But this one is going to try to do too much with just certain things that just doesn't really fulfill anything. It has the most tedious sections ever. But when you actually are exploring as Clank and playing as Clank, it's not that bad actually. There are some fun sections, some fun places to explore, some fun weapons here and there. Not the best arsenal, but at least a million times better than Size Matters, that's for sure. So much better than Size Matters. So much better. So much better. And again, the music graphics are still okay as well. Oh, the quirk sections! I really have no idea what they were thinking in these sections, honestly. I'm not against the idea of playing as Quirk, honestly. I'm surprised I've done that before, honestly, but the basic Quirk making stories to his report and everything, and just imagine certain there's one price of monster, there's one where he talks about plugging something with his red butt cheek or something, and this is one section as a cowboy that goes for 20 rounds. Yes, 20 rounds. And they're just, again, most of the sections, they're tedious. They can have like a nice fun charm to them, but this game that just drags and drags and drags. And yet playing as Clank is still fun, and it still has some more fun sections to it. I would still slightly prefer this over Size Matters. Despite, like I mentioned, having more low lows. And I think this much covers everything I need about this game. Again, Size Matters is like easily the worst games in the franchise, easily the worst games in the franchise, the worst elements of any Ratchet Clank game ever. Again, bomb the build of the franchise, not terrible games, but these are some of the weakest games I played, honestly, and it's come from someone that doesn't try to play much bad games. I try more to play games that are actually good. But overall, Size Matters, Ratchet Clank, pretty lackluster games in the franchise. And that covers my thoughts on Size Matters, Ratchet Clank. Again, let me know down in the comment section what your thoughts on these games. Do you think the games are abominations? Do you think the games are bad? Or do you find some enjoyment in them? Let me know down below. And again, I do plan to at least time up to a structure of trying time in later videos. Again, there's a couple ones I might actually talk about more other stuff just to balance it out. But stay tuned for the sound Roadtrip videos coming very soon. I am Similar World from Similar Productions. I will see you next time as always. Stay cool about it. Peace.